strong organic growth. Indutrade's order intake for the third quarter 2015 rose 12% to 2,901 million Swedish krona. Net sales increased 26% to 3,036 million Swedish krona. Operating profit before amortization of intangible non-current assets, EBITDA, rose 32% to 387 million Swedish krona. Operating margin, EBITDA margin, was 12.7%. After-tax profit increased by 32% to 242 million krona, and earnings per share grew 32% to 6.05 Swedish krona. Indutrade continues to show strong growth, with results for the third quarter of 2015 cementing the overall positive trend for this year. Net sales rose by 26%, order intake increased by 12%, and profits by 32%. Particularly positive was that organic growth for the quarter reached 10%, the highest for several years. All business areas show strong or good growth. Among the business segments, energy returned a particularly strong performance. Indutrade's model of acquiring profitable companies that can then benefit from the group's industrial know-how and continue to develop enables individually strong group companies to be brought in while also building a less vulnerable group organization. Any individual company temporarily showing weak profitability will never significantly impact the group's profitability. That is the key behind Indutrade's underlying strength. The acquisition rate in 2015 has been high, with 13 acquisitions so far this year, including 2 in the third quarter and 1 after the close of the period. Indutrade estimates that there could be further acquisitions before the end of 2015. Indutrade's CEO, Johnny Alvarsson, is with us now. Now, how do you view developments during the third quarter?
Well, once more, it's the best quarter ever, third quarter we have had in the history, both when we look at bookings as well as sales. But when you look at bookings, you have to be aware of that we, in third quarter 2014, had an extraordinarily big orders in the energy sector. So the comparison is not really fair. If you normalize that, actually the organic growth in bookings were about 5% in a quarter, and in total about 20%. So the bookings now for the energy sector in our third quarter this year was a more normal level compared to the yearly turnover in that business. So and this goes around for most of the business. Has been nice development. Still the development in Finland is weak, but the UK is running very well for us, as well as the Swedish market.
The group showed strong organic growth during the third quarter. What's behind this?
Our bookings started to increase already last year, especially in the valve sector. And that is now, as a big backlog, is now resulting in a very nice invoicing. At the same time, all the businesses with a shorter time frame when we talk about orders also have good bookings and good invoicing. So it's, in general, we are doing very well, but with some exceptions, of course. There are some areas not so strong.
You've acquired 13 companies so far during 2015 and indicate there may be further acquisitions before the end of the year. Do you see any particular factors that have enabled you to maintain this high pace of acquisition during 2015?
Over the years, we have increased our resources to work with acquisitions, especially in the UK. And it takes a time, but now we really can benefit from this. So we see it's the number of acquisitions we've done. And they might come sometimes at the same time, sometimes we'll wait for a while. But it's a very good market in this situation, especially in UK for us. But also we have been acquiring in the Nordic region as well as Holland this year. So we are very active in acquiring, and our model is very strong in the market when we acquire family-owned businesses.
And finally, what's your assessment for the next 3 to 6 months? What risks and opportunities can you see possibly lying ahead?
The future is always uncertain, but we have a very good backlog in our books. Is there any threats? Well, if the general markets are down, of course, that will affect us. But we are very much diverse in many different markets, as well as local markets, as well as geographically world market. We had good bookings in the third quarter, so for the coming 3 months, I don't see any real threats. On top of that, I expect we will continue to make acquisitions as well. And then later on next year, let's see what will happen then.
And these words from Indutrade's President and CEO Johnny Alversson bring our presentation to a close. We'll be back on the 16th of February to present Indutrade's year-end report 2015. So do join us then.